Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're the show that helps you cut through all that noise online and really get to the heart of what matters.
Yeah, finding the signal.
Exactly. And look, if you've ever had that spark, that brilliant idea, but then felt kind of overwhelmed about turning it into something real, something impactful,
Or just drowned in information.
right, then you're definitely in the right place. Think of this as your shortcut to getting genuinely informed fast.
And today we're diving deep into something really crucial. Startup idea validation and readiness.
Mm.
Our mission here is pretty straightforward. We want to help you take that passion you have and shape it into a project that, actually solves a real problem for real people.
It's about equipping you with practical tools, frameworks to figure out if your idea has legs, basically.
And maybe just as importantly, helping you dodge those common mistakes, those expensive pitfalls that trip up so many founders early on.
Yeah, avoiding the heartbreak.
We want you to feel empowered, not overwhelmed. Spot those aha moments quickly.
Absolutely. And by the end of this, you'll have a much better handle on things.
Oh,
We're talking identifying real problems, using tools like the Lean Canvas, understanding MVP testing.
and getting good at customer interviews, really listening.
These aren't just abstract ideas. They're tools to give your venture the best shot. We'll use clear examples, memorable details.
So you walk away ready to actually do something.
Okay, let's jump right in then. First big topic. The difference between just having an idea, maybe fueled by passion, and actually identifying a problem.
Yes, this is fundamental. It's so easy to confuse loving something with finding a market need. Someone loves cooking.
Right, classic example. They love cooking, so they think, I'll open a restaurant.
Exactly. That's passion-driven. But if they haven't checked, if people in the area actually want the kind of food they cook, or if there's already 10 similar places, well, that's a recipe for trouble. It's an unstudied idea.
Versus, say, someone notices there are 0 healthy lunch options near their office park.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone complains about it. That's spotting a problem.
Precisely. And then if they happen to be passionate about healthy cooking, their idea for a healthy food spot is grounded in a real identified need. It's instantly more viable.
Understanding that distinction, passion, idea, problem, that's honestly step one. Transforming a thought into something that could actually work in the real world.
It really sets the stage for everything that follows.
Okay, so once you think you've found a genuine problem, how do you start mapping things out? How do you check your own assumptions?
That's where the Lean Canvas comes in. It's brilliant, really. A simplified one-page business plan designed for exactly this early stage.
Not like those dusty 50-page business plans people used to write.
No, this is dynamic. It's a thinking tool. Its power is forcing you to get all your core assumptions down on one page so you can see them, question them, and crucially, figure out how to test the riskiest ones first.
Okay, break it down for us. What are the key parts? Let's use an example, maybe that medicine delivery app idea.
Good one. Yeah, medicine delivery app. Okay, so the Lean Canvas has 9 boxes. First, problem. What are you solving?
For the app, maybe it's elderly people finding it difficult to get to the pharmacy regularly, or people with chronic conditions.
Exactly. Then, customer segments. Who specifically has this problem? You've named 2. The elderly chronic disease patients. Maybe busy parents who can't leave sick kids.
Yeah, could be.
Next, unique value proposition, or UVP. What makes your app special? Why choose you?
Maybe it's not just delivery, but like super fast delivery, or reminders for refills, guaranteed safety.
Fast, safe medicine delivery with helpful reminders. Something clear like that. Then, solution. How do you actually solve the problem?
Well, the app itself. An app connecting users with nearby pharmacies for delivery.
Simple enough for the canvas. Then, channels. How do you reach those customers?
Ads to doctors' offices, social media targeting specific age groups or health interests, maybe partnerships with clinics.
Good starting points. Next, revenue streams. How does it make money?
Delivery fees, probably. Maybe a subscription for unlimited deliveries. Perhaps commission from pharmacies.
All possibilities. Then, the flip side. Cost structure. What are the main expenses?
App development, definitely. Paying the delivery team. Marketing costs. Maybe insurance.
Right. Essential costs.
Right.
Then, key metrics. How do you measure success? What numbers matter?
Number of orders, obviously. How many customers stick around, retention rate, delivery times, customer satisfaction.
Perfect. And finally, the tricky one. Unfair advantage. What do you have that's genuinely hard for someone else to copy?
Ooh, that is hard. Maybe exclusive partnerships with major insurance companies. Or a deal with a large pharmacy chain. Proprietary routing tech.
It has to be something substantial, not just we work harder. That initial partnership could be it. So that's the canvas filled out, your first set of hypotheses.
Okay, but you said it's a thinking tool. Filling it out is just the start. How do you actually test those boxes?
Now we get practical. This is where the real learning happens. Take the problem box. You don't just assume elderly people struggle, you go talk to them.
Customer interviews.
Exactly. Ask open-ended questions. What are the biggest challenges you face getting your medications? How you handle it now? Listen more than you talk.
Right. And for customer segments, you mentioned targeting ads.
Yeah, you could run small, cheap online ad campaigns. Maybe one version targeting seniors, another targeting people interested in diabetes management. See which ad gets more clicks or signups for more info. That tells you who's resonating.
Makes sense. Testing the unique value proposition. How do you test fast, safe delivery?
You could create 2 simple landing pages using something like card or lead pages. One emphasizes speed, meds in 30 minutes. The other, safety, pharmacist verified delivery. See which page converts better when you drive a little traffic there. A/B testing, basically.
Okay, and the solution. You wouldn't build the whole app first, right?
Absolutely not. That's a classic mistake. Your first solution test, your MVP, might be super simple. Maybe just take orders via WhatsApp or a simple form and do the deliveries manually yourself initially.
Wow, really low tech.
It tests the core need. Do people want this service? Before you spend a dime on complex app development.
Got it. What about channels? Testing where to find customers.
Try a few things in parallel, but small scale. Put up flyers in a clinic. Run a tiny Facebook ad campaign. Talk to one local pharmacy about partnership. See which channel generates actual leads, not just vague interest.
And revenue streams. How do you test if people will pay?
You can ask directly in interviews, would you pay a small fee for this convenience? Or, even better, try offering a pre-order with a small discount. Offer a choice. $5 per delivery or 15-month subscription. See what people actually choose or if they balk at any price.
Get actual commitment or at least preference data.
Exactly. For cost structure, you need to run the numbers even if they're estimates. Calculate your cost per delivery for that manual MVP. Is the revenue you think you can get going to cover it? If not, you need to rethink the model now.
Before you're locked in. Okay. And key metrics.
Define them early. For the manual MVP, maybe it's number of successful deliveries in the first week or percentage of first-time users who request a second delivery. Track what actually indicates progress.
And that unfair advantage. How do you test that?
Look hard at potential competitors. Is your supposed advantage, like that pharmacy partnership, truly exclusive? Can someone else replicate it easily? Talk to industry insiders if you can. Really validate if it provides a genuine, defensible edge. Many founders think they have one, but it dissolves under scrutiny.
Wow. Okay. So the lean canvas isn't just filling boxes. It's a whole process of generating hypotheses and then actively testing them in the real world as cheaply and quickly as possible.
That's the essence of it, learning and iterating.
And that testing, especially for the solution, leads us nicely into the concept of the MVP, the minimum viable product.
Yes, though I almost prefer thinking minimum viable test or minimum viable learning. The goal isn't the product itself initially.
Explain that, because people hear MVP and think, what's the smallest version of my app I can launch?
Right. But the real purpose of an MVP is to test your core assumption, your main hypothesis, with the least amount of effort and resources. It's about learning. Is my fundamental belief about this problem and solution correct?
So it's primarily a risk reduction tool.
Hugely. It stops you from spending months or years and tons of money building something nobody actually wants. You get real feedback from actual users super early.
Which lets you change course if needed.
Adapt, pivot, refine whatever the feedback tells you. It's building smart, not just building hard.
Okay, so how do you approach MVP testing systematically? Is there a process?
There is. First, define your core hypothesis clearly. What's the single most important belief you need to test? Let's switch examples. Maybe students in Sudanese universities need a platform to easily exchange used textbooks.
Okay, clear hypothesis.
Second, design the simplest possible MVP to test that. You don't build the whole platform. Maybe it's just a landing page explaining the idea.
Built with something like card.co again.
Sure, or even just a well-designed graphic shared on social media.
Yeah.
Include a call to action, like sign up here for early access, linking to a Google form or Typeform to collect email addresses. You could use Canva for the visuals, MailChimp to manage the emails. Keep it minimal.
Got it. Step 3.
Define your success metric beforehand. What tells you the hypothesis is validated? For the textbook idea, maybe it's if we get 200 student email signups within 1 week, we'll consider that sufficient initial interest. Make it specific and measurable.
So you know what good looks like.
Exactly. Fourth, test with a real audience. Share that landing page or graphic in relevant student Facebook groups, university forums, maybe even targeted ads if you have a tiny budget. Get it in front of actual Sudanese university students.
So fifth, obviously, collect and analyze the data.
Yep. How many signed up? Did you hit your 200? But also qualitative feedback. What comments did you get? Did students ask questions? Were they confused, excited? Look for patterns.
And finally, make a decision.
Based on the data, did you smash the target? Great. Maybe proceed to the next stage, perhaps a slightly more functional MVP. Results were weak. Maybe the problem isn't felt strongly enough, or your solution isn't appealing. Time to pause, rethink, or maybe even stop. Moderate results. Perhaps you need to tweak the value proposition or target a different segment.
It's an iterative loop then. Learn, decide, build, test again.
That's the heart of lean startup methodology. Build, measure, learn. Reduce waste, maximize learning.
And central to all this learning, whether it's validating the problem on the lean canvas or getting feedback on an MVP, seems to be actually talking to people.
Oh, absolutely critical. Customer interviews. You just can't replace sitting down, ideally face-to-face or video call, and listening to potential users describe their world, their problems, their needs.
Assumptions are dangerous.
The most dangerous. You gain insights from interviews that surveys or analytics just can't give you. The nuances, the frustrations in their voice, the workarounds they've already created. Gold dust.
So what kind of questions work best? You mentioned open-ended ones.
Definitely. Avoid leading questions. Don't ask, wouldn't it be great if you had our textbook exchange app?
Because they'll just say yes to be polite.
Right. Instead, ask things like, tell me about the biggest challenge you face when trying to get textbooks for your courses. Let them talk. Then maybe, how do you currently deal with that challenge? Understand their existing behavior.
See if it's a real pain point for them.
Exactly. And then, a great question is, if you could wave a magic wand, what would the perfect solution to that problem look like? This gets at their unmet needs and desires, often in surprising ways. Listen for the underlying problem, not just feature requests.
Listen for the job they're trying to get done.
That's a great way to put it.
You know, thinking about all this, it seems designed to help founders avoid some classic mistakes. What are the big ones you see people make when they skip these steps?
Oh, there are a few recurring themes. The biggest, perhaps, is falling in love with the solution before deeply understanding the problem.
Building the cool tech without checking if anyone needs it.
Precisely. The lean canvas forces you to articulate and test that problem first. Another huge one is relying entirely on untested assumptions, treating your guesses as facts.
Which the whole MVP and testing process is designed to counter.
Exactly. Validate or invalidate those assumptions quickly and cheaply. And the third big one is just ignoring the market reality competitors, existing alternatives, how people actually behave.
Head in the sand.
Yeah. And again, filling out the lean canvas, especially sections like customer segments, channels, and unfair advantage, forces you to look outwards. MVP testing shows you real-world behavior. These tools are direct antidotes to those common failure modes.
So let's try to crystallize this. Imagine someone listening has an idea, say, for a platform teaching practical digital skills online. How would they apply what we've discussed?
Okay, good example. First, they'd sketch out a lean canvas. Problem, maybe recent graduates lack the specific digital marketing skills employers are demanding. Customer segments, recent grads, maybe career changers. UVP, job-ready digital skills in 12 weeks, guaranteed interview. Something bold.
Okay. Solution. An online platform with video courses, mentorship, and career coaching. Channels, university career services, LinkedIn ads, content marketing. Revenue, course fees, maybe a premium tier for coaching. Costs, platform, instructors, marketing. Metrics, course completion rates, job placement rates, unfair advantage, maybe exclusive hiring partnerships with tech companies.
Great start. Then the testing begins. For the problem segment, they'd interview recent grads and hiring managers. Ask grads, what skills do you feel you're missing? Ask managers, what digital skills gaps do you see most often?
Validate the need from both sides.
Crucial. For the UVP solution, the MVP might not be the whole platform. It could be a single, short workshop on one specific skill, like Google Ads fundamentals, delivered live via Zoom.
Test demand for one piece of the puzzle first.
See if people will pay for that small piece. Collect feedback. Maybe the channel test is partnering with one university's career fair. The revenue test is charging for that workshop.
And the interview questions would be tailored. What's the hardest part about landing your first digital marketing job? How do you currently try to learn new digital skills?
Exactly. By following this process, they don't just have an idea anymore. They have a tested lean canvas, results from an initial MVP test, rich insights from customer interviews, and a clear understanding of the pitfalls to avoid.
They've moved from pure guesswork to evidence-based iteration.
That's the goal. It's a
Yep.
much stronger foundation to build upon.
So wrapping up this deep dive,
Yeah.
we've covered a lot of ground, from really nailing the difference between a passion and a solvable problem,
To using the lean canvas as your dynamic blueprint, testing those assumptions piece by piece.
understanding the power of MVP testing for learning, not just building.
And the absolute necessity of getting out there and talking to potential customers, asking the right questions, plus knowing the common mistakes to sidestep.
You should now have a solid conceptual framework, the lean canvas structure in your mind, that MVP testing mindset.
Yeah.
You've got key questions for customer interviews.
It's a toolkit for navigating those uncertain early stages of bringing an idea to life. Not just theory, but practical steps you can start applying.
Which brings us to the final thought for you, the listener. Forget just abstract ideas for a moment. Look around your own life, your work, your community. What problem do you genuinely see that needs a better solution?
And thinking about everything we've discussed, how could you start testing, maybe even today, whether that problem is real and if your potential solution resonates? What's the smallest step you could take to learn more?
Go explore that. Use the tools. Start learning.